team serving barbecue food, drinks and more. Make your way to the Sutherland or down. As a club in upcoming events, we do have an Ilinden Ball next Saturday, the 1st of August. You can check out our socials for online ticketing. Rockdale Ilinden Football Club would like to thank each of its 2026 sponsor partners, our major sponsor, NPL Transport, committed to reliability. Our goal is Highlight funding, mortgage pricing services, NPL custom and compliance, OzMac Construction Group, Tobacco Taxation and Advisory Services, Pino Dolcerita Fine Foods, SCIS Property Group, Carabay Reinforcement Solutions, Project Cars.
Perko. Perko. Is it Nizic or Nizic? Can you ask him?
Yep.
Thank you. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Ilinden Sports Centre with 6 games to go in the NPL men's competition. Welcome to Ilinden Sports Centre for this NPL men's one clash between Rockdale Ilinden and the Sutherland Sharks. Perfect.
Rockdale Ilinden Football Club would like to thank each of its 2026 corporate partners, our major sponsor, NPL Transport, committed to reliability. Our gold sponsors, Marco Polo Foods, Fine Foods from across the sea. PCFS Logistics for all your freight forwarding needs. Loan Funding, Mortgage Broking Services, NPL Customs and Compliance, Osback Construction Group, Demarco Taxation and Advisory Services, Pino's Gold Speeder Fine Foods, SCIS Property Group, Arabay Reinforcement Solutions, Project Cars, Matane Cultural Welfare Association, Seekers, our 2026 apparel partner, Bendigo Bank. Our silver sponsors is Legal, Consolidated Office Choice Cogra, Ribroski Catering Equipment Warehouse, Sydney Civil, Mickey Sushi Bar Hurstville, Southia Produce Group, Liquor Stacks Reevesby, South Hurstville Pharmacy, Bella Transport, Lang & Simmons St George, Joe's Poultry, Rosa Dora Inputs, B&B Brick Lane, Fruit Easy, Audrey Australia, Riggs Group, Majestic Caravans, Direct Inject and EMC Civil, BKH Group, Morgan Cranes, Mark Consulting, MRG Group, Statewide Insurance Solutions, Harris Prestige Auto Detailing, Lafayette to Brighton, EnergyX Solar Batteries, and our club suppliers, Kingston Smith Transport, AVA's Audio Visual, Visco Fine Foods. Thank you to each and every one of our club sponsors and suppliers for your continued support.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ilinden Sports Centre for the NPL men's clash between Rockdale Ilinden and the Sutherland Sharks. What a game we have in store here this afternoon. There is so much riding on the line for both of these two teams, and we talk about this often. Every game is important, but this one in particular, a spot in the Australian Championship is well and truly up for grabs here. Whichever team is to come away with the 3 points will be one very, very big step closer to securing a place on the national stage, a place where both of these two would dearly like to be. Also, finals football well and truly up for grabs, and even a potential home semi-final. One of these two are deemed to finish fourth as things stand, and fourth place secures a home semi-final as well as a spot in the Australian Championship. So much on the line. We'll run through the lineups now for Rockdale Ilinden. In goals, number 1, Levi Kay. Number 2, Hunter Elliott. Number 3, Lachlan Griffiths. Number 4, Rio Kunimoto. Number 7, Ollie Wigan. Number 8, Jerry Scottadis. Number 9, Moody Najjar. Number 10, Brendan Chalakian. Number 17, James Temulkovsky. Number 26, Harry van der Sag. And number 66, Matthew Cordier. For the visiting Sutherland Sharks, in goals, number 1, Daniel Nizic. Number 3, Yanni Nicolau. Number 4, Thijs von Amerongen. Number 5, Jordan Perez. Number 6, Riley Hollingdale. Number 8, Brendan Gann. Number 10, Tariq Mayer. Number 14, Matthew German. Number 15, Jamie Pachevsky. Number 19, Diego Bonilla. And number 21, Nick Olsen. Both teams do have a couple of key outs for this game, but two very, very strong teams fielded by Paul D and David Perkovic. Early high ball, which Nizic comes and claims comfortably, just to settle the nerves a little. Tim Danaskos, the man in the middle, immediately counting down Nizic as he held the ball in his hands. Matty German comes into the starting lineup for the Sutherland Sharks. Here's Olsen on the ball, playing a little bit more advanced today, hoping to get that creativity from him that saw him earn the Player of the Year last season in the colours of the Wollongong Wolves. And Brendan Gann also moving into the midfield to allow Olsen to step a little further forward. It's all because Takumi Ofuka is not available. And that Gann moved into midfield. Olsen pushed a little higher, and Matty German starting at centre back for Paul D. No Giorgio Speranza, who's enjoying a break overseas at the moment. Cordier comes in at left back. Moody Najjar pushed a little higher. Tim Danaskos having a word with Temulkovsky. Him and Yanni Nicolau pushing and shoving in the area in front of Daniel Nizic. Temulkovsky playing against a club where he spent a long time of his youth in. Really started to show the potential that we've grown to see. It's a great ball in by Najjar, headed clear. Scottadis first time and calmly taken by Nizic, who wants to release early. Thinks better of it, instead rolls the ball out to von Amerongen. Testing ball played through there, and had to clear first time with Ollie Wigan driving in. Jamie Perchevsky. We've seen Rockdale's high press over the years really cause teams serious issues. That's a strong challenge there from Hunter Elliott on Perez, and that's a good ball. Searching for Olsen. Kay stayed, and Olsen's had every right to challenge that ball. That was a interesting decision there by the Rockdale keeper to stay on his line. I expected him to come out and claim that, but caught in two minds, and Nick Olsen had every right to challenge for the ball. David Perkovich saying that Levi Kay never had full control of the ball. Nonetheless, the first opportunity of the game goes the way of the visitors here today. Thankfully, we've got some cloud coverage today, so usually a very difficult venue to videotape from. Here's a chance for Rockdale now. Shot blocked there by Perchevsky. Moody Najjar finding some space. Always on his weaker foot though. Nizhik sends it forward. And Bonilla wins the header. Ball falls for Najjar. Looking for Ollie Wigan. One to test Matty German here, who doesn't want to take any risks and clears the ball out. Elliott looking for Van der Sarg. German's clearance goes very high, and Bonilla doesn't really get the connection he wants, and Chalakian saw the space open up. And you feel from that sort of range, a player like Brendan Chalakian should be hitting the target. It was a good opportunity, that one, even though a half chance. Definitely a good opportunity for Rockdale. In a round where we've had some very eye-browsing results. Tough to pick this one. Could go either way. Rockdale struggled with consistency this year, but have shown on their day they can beat anyone. But also, when the chips are down, a few times already, things have really gone in the opposite direction for them. David Perkovich's side has seen some very good results. Start from May, their last two, they've only picked up 1 point and allowed Rockdale to catch them again. Long throw incoming here. Von Amerongen flicks it on. Cleared by Najjar. Goes out for a throw. I think someone in the crowd there. It's been falconed. Unlucky. Should have been aware. Headed away. Another long throw will come now. For Amerongen the target again. Cleared away. German has a go. How about that? Defender's strike. Well over the bar. Not challenging Levi Kay. Talking about defenders striking. When these two met earlier in the season, it was Jamie Perchevsky who had a double to his name. Sutherland Sharks winning that one. 3-1. Nick Olsen grabbing the other. Muhammad Adam getting the only goal for Rockdale. Perez Plays it forward. One to chase for Bonilla. Here's Wigan. Hasn't seen the ball yet. First touch. Strong challenge there from Hollingdale as well. Foul was called for earlier though. And Rockdale get the ball again. Dean Pelicanos only fit enough for the bench this afternoon, returning from injury. Missed last week's game after signing for Rockdale very late in the window. Him and James Temulkovsky both making the move. Missed clearance there by Nicolau. Ball gets crossed in. Perchevsky clears. Here's Bonilla. Tried to turn away. Good defending from Lockie Griffiths. Now Wigan. Hunter Elliott into the feet of Skotadis. One of those that have benefited from transfer window. Rockdale losing Isaac Dunzo. Skotadis and Van der Sag making that roll theirs now. Here is Skotadis. Well defended though. Sutherland in possession. Well, had already gone out, I think. Or perhaps a foul for the visitors. It looks as though it is a foul. Brendan Jalakian was rested last week. Back into Paul D's starting lineup, and wearing the captain's armband, we know how important Jalakian has been to Rockdale Ilinden over the years. A key contributor to a lot of their success. One of the most underrated players in the NPL, no doubt. Van der Sag. Perez had to get there because Wigan was through. Good feet there from Hunter Elliott, and now Ollie Wigan has the chance. Thought about delivering, cuts back. Big bodies in the box for Sutherland. Wigan back to Van der Sag. Cross comes in, no one's followed Temulkovsky, but the flag's raised. Offside. It's a warning sign really to Sutherland. Even though the flag was raised, it looked very, very close. Switched ball, almost works out for Sutherland. Temulkovsky doesn't give up on this one. Reels it in. Gets onto the right foot. Tried to cut it back for Van der Sag. Jamie Perchevsky letting Temulkovsky know. Perchevsky not one to shy away from a verbal battle. I'm sure he'll receive some positive feedback from the committee in the corner. Temulkovsky just waving his hand at him. Good decision from the assistant referee here on the near side. Temulkovsky was offside for the goal. Just had a look back on the stream as Perez looks to create an opportunity. Hunter Elliott, good one-on-one defending. Elliott was isolated there, one-on-one, but he did well. So did Brendan Gann. Late challenge from Skotadis on Hollingdale, but Sutherland play on here. Tim Danaskos playing the advantage. Cross comes in from Nicolau. Griffiths deals with it. Olsen backed into Chalakia, no foul. Olsen again. Now looking for Brendan Gann. Griffiths has to deal with it again. We'll let it go out for a corner. David Perkovich unhappy about the late challenge on Riley Hollingdale from Jerry Scottadis, and just letting the fourth official know. The referee should be made aware. First corner of the afternoon for Sutherland. Cross comes in swinger toward the far post. Perchevsky was creeping. I think the last touch came off Wigan, and it did. Another corner for Sutherland. Riley Hollingdale this time to deliver. Crowding Levi K. Probably lacks the presence of some keepers, not the quality. Cross comes in toward the far post, and it's high up in the area. Perchevsky's there, German's there, Rockdale clear. That seemed a much better opportunity than Sutherland seemed to create there from that. I feel as though they could have at least got a shot off. Good defending in the end from the home team. Tariq Mayer making a forward run, but Nijic chooses to go the other way. Kunimoto finds Van der Sarg. Elliott under pressure from Perez now. Releases Wigan. Matty German does enough. Perchevsky now. I think I jinxed the sun. Broken through the clouds. Nijic really taking his time, frustrating Rockdale, making Timolkovsky chase before he clears the ball. Gives it straight out over the sideline there. It slipped out of Elliott's hands as he went to throw. Bonilla getting bossed by Lockie Griffiths at the moment. Not having any luck at all. Great leap from Kunimoto. And Perchevsky saw the run of Perez, but wasn't the greatest ball. Still might get there. Again, Levi K, a little unsure of himself. Collects the ball in the end. Here's Wigan. Cuts back out. Hollingdale for company. Perez comes to help, and Southo swarm and win the ball back. Gann looking for the run of Bonilla, but once more, Lockie Griffiths is there. Elliott was caught on the ball. Hollingdale's touch, though. Saw it go over the sideline. KG opening 15 minutes here at Ilinden Sports Centre. You can really feel the tension, in particular from the Sutherland bench. David Perkovich a lot more vocal at the moment than his opposite number in the Rockdale dugout. Great ball over the top for Wigan. And Ollie Wigan lifts it over Nijic, just wide of the post. Great ball from Van der Sarg. Catches German out, and Ollie Wigan almost scored a lovely lob there over Daniel Nijic. Had to be well controlled, it was, but didn't have the direction it required. Best chance of the game so far. Goes the way of Ilinden. Timolkovsky gets it out to Van der Sarg. Good defensive challenge there from Mayer. Haven't seen much of him either. Berkovic asking for his team to move the ball quicker. More passes, shorter passes. Quicker ball movement. He's getting it now. Perez tried to backheel there beyond Elliott, who was aware. Kunimoto clips it forward toward Najjar. Good defensive header from Nicolau, but Chalakian's there. Najjar has the ball on his left. Thought about the cross, forced to go back. Cordier. Skotadis does well to get past to Jerry Skotadis. Feeds it into Najjar, who goes down and immediately waved away from Danaskos, who was in the perfect position to see that. But Rockdale do get the corner. Chance to put Nijic under some pressure. Hasn't been under any pressure really in the last 5 to 10 minutes. I mentioned earlier the size of Sutherland's back three. Imposing figures in the box, both defensively and in the attacking space. Chalakian delivers. Forced to Kunimoto, who was at full stretch. Danger hasn't passed. Cordier now. Gets past Perez with ease. Cuts it back, and what a chance. Jamie Perchevsky has to clear. Here's Skotadis. Great delivery. Once more, good defending. And Bonilla heads it on. Griffiths. Cordier. Rockdale will settle things down now. Good little period for them. Kunimoto out to Cordier. Rockdale happy to keep possession themselves now and pull the wrestle their way. Wigan. 1-on-1 with German. Perez coming in to support. Still Ollie Wigan. Into the box, deflected. Out for a corner. Perchevsky asking questions. How easy was that? Ollie Wigan walked through the Sutherland defence. It was a good ball in as well. Perchevsky getting the block in at the right time. Najjar to deliver the corner. Cross comes in. Nijic under pressure. Punches. Wasn't the greatest punch. Headed on. Wigan. First time shot. Blocked. Forced all the way back to his halfway line. And Tariq Mayer was in and about the box. And Chalakian now himself. It's an opportunity now for Najjar. Moody Najjar. Chalakian. Some say from Nijic. Calamitous defending by Sutherland. The team so disciplined at that point in the last couple minutes. They've been absolutely all over the place. A long ball sent forward, not dealt with by Perchevsky. And von Amerongen almost taken advantage of by Moody Najjar, who was about to pull the trigger. Daniel Nijic threw his body at the ball. Fell back into the feet of Chalakian, who really let fly with some power. Nijic a strong hand to make the save and then quick enough to get back up and collect it. Struggling at the moment. I think from that first collision with Najjar. Back to his feet now, though. Maybe a bit of gamesmanship there as well from Nizic. He knows his team's been struggling the last couple minutes. He's got enough experience in those gloves to know that he needs to break the momentum some way, and perhaps that was the best way to do it. Had a flick back from Wigan, cleared by Lachlan Griffiths. Suffered a broken ankle in pre-season and has really recovered well. Back in the Rockdale squad. A key member of this team, Lachlan Griffiths, returned to the club this year after a season at the Marconi Stallions. Ball searching for Najjar. I think if Tomakovsky touches this, he might be offside. And they both left the ball there. Interesting from Najjar and Temelkovsky. I am lost for words there. Not sure what they did. It was a good opportunity. Free kick for the visitors. Amarongan will leave it for his goalkeeper. Niju sends it forward. Kunimoto. But enough on that for Levi K to come and collect. Last touch, Tim Donesco says came off Cordier. Looks as though Blacktown will continue their run. They lead Wollongong by 1-0, and unfortunately for Wollongong, their run of negative results looks to be continuing. The only other game today. One back there by Chalakian off Tariq Mayer. Here's Temelkovsky. Najjar getting forward, as is Wigan. Van der Sarg. Out to Wigan, who's had a lot of joy on this right wing. Elliott. The opportunity of a quick attack comes to an end. Got to build up now, Rockdale does. Wigan turns central, looking to get away from Gann and force backwards. Intercepted there by Perez. Driving forward, Van der Sarg on his tail and gets back, makes the challenge. Krzyzewski back to Von Amarongen. Von Amarongen back to Tariq Mayer, who hasn't seen the ball much at all. And now Bonilla the target, but too close to Levi K. Skotadis. Wide to Wigan. Haven't seen Jordi Perez get forward much at all in this game. Or Yanni Nicolau on the other side. Key components of how David Perkovic's side operates. Van der Sarg Tried to feed it through for Wigan. Van der Sar saying that the Sutherland team is very physical out there. Informing the Rockdale bench. And foul there on the far side. Brendan picks it up short. Now Perchevsky. German. Again under pressure. Does well this time. Tariq Mayer. This is what Sutherland want to create. And Yanni Nicolau looking right across the line in an offside position. I always say coach killer. David Perkovich saying the exact same thing. Perez driving forward into space. This is what they need, the visitors. Heavy touch. Perez goes for the strike. Lost control of the ball. That's why he had to hit it. Couldn't afford to lose it there with so many white shirts forward. Nicolau for Mayer. That's just too easy from Tariq Mayer. Intelligent defending from Jerry Skotadis. Into the 30th minute. Still no score here. Both teams have had a couple chances. Gann forward for Bonilla. Gann kept his run going, but instead Bonilla went to Olsen. Perez is in support now as well. That's where the ball goes. Looks to combine with Olsen, but the two Rockdale defenders getting in each other's way. Griffiths recovers. Last touch off Olsen before the ball crossed the line. Sutherland trying to box Rockdale in and ensure they don't get out of this area. Putting on some extra pressure. Rockdale managed to get out, only for a brief period. Perchevsky gets the ball out to German. First time pass for Bonilla. Diego Bonilla, first time shot! Stings the palms of Levi K. Took it early. Somewhat surprised the Rockdale keeper. And almost had Sutherland in front here. Elliott. Cross comes in low. Free kick though. Assistant referee. Waved the flag. Vedran Jaganjac, the first person to get vocal off the Rockdale bench, as is generally the case. You can always expect Jaganjac to be one of the loudest, along with Daniel Dominguez. He's probably been kicked off the bench by Paul D. Cross now to come in from Moody Najjar. Chance for Rockdale to break the deadlock. Cross comes in, headed away. Bodies everywhere in the box on the ground. Najal will get a second attempt, but he has to take it quickly. Lifts it high. Temulkovsky jumped in front of Nizic, trying to put him off, and the two have a couple words as well. Also looks than words, I'd say. Hollingdale. Back to Perchevsky. Olsen couldn't bring it under control. You feel as though Sutherland really aren't controlling the midfield at the moment as Najjar breaks forward. Temulkovsky puts it past Nizic. Gets in the face of Perchevsky. And James Temulkovsky has his second goal in Rockdale colours. He runs it to the committee to celebrate with them. But the delivery from Moody Najjar was pinpoint perfect. And Temulkovsky in the right spot to tap it beyond Nizic. And we finally have a goal. 34 minutes into this one. And look how important it is. Levi Kay going over to celebrate with his side. That's how much it means to Rockdale. We know the situation of last week where they were docked 3 points. Well, in fact, their result against Blacktown City was overturned to a 3-0 defeat for fielding an ineligible player. That allowed the likes of Sutherland to find themselves in almost the exact same wins, draws, losses, and even goal difference. That's why this game is so important for Ilinden. Wigan delivering a cross that went too far. Chalakian drives into the box. Still Brendan Chalakian. Saved by Nizic. Rockdale really feeling it at the moment here at Ilinden. Wigan showing off his skill, but defended well. And Sutherland really haven't looked the part this afternoon. David Perkovich will have a little bit of work to do at the break. He needs to ensure his team doesn't concede another and fall further behind. They haven't really created much. Olsen and Meyer entrusted with that creativity. Oh, how about that from Jerry Skotadis. Crossing low again. Najjar putting his body on the line. An intelligent back heel, but wasn't read by Skotadis. Olsen plays it behind Gann. Well closed down by Griffiths. And Wigan caught out there. Square pass from Perez finds Tariq Mayer. Now Sutherland might have an opportunity to try and build something. Hollingdale sticks a leg out. Fouls Chalakian. Free kick for Rockdale. We've seen this Rockdale team over the last month or so play some really good games of football, and this is another one of those. Paul D set them up perfectly so far. Header won by German, and off the ball throws away Chalakian really. Cleared forward by Gann. On to chase for Bonilla, who hasn't been able to get involved at all. Hollingdale. Back to Nicolau. They need him streaming forward. Scored his first of the season last week. Here he is now. Yanni Nicolau delivers into the area. Good ball in. Almost fell for Perez. Hollingdale back to German. Cross into the box. Scottadis again, putting his body about. Should have wore a hat. Hollingdale heads it forward. Van der Sarg in a good position. As I said, Rockdale midfield has really won this battle so far. The box midfield of Sutherland not really working at the moment for David Perkovic's team. Despite the overload in the centre of the park, it's Scottadis, Van der Sarg and Chalakian that are getting the better of that battle against Maya, Olsen, Hollingdale and Gann. And this man out wide, Moody Najjar, has caused some serious problems. As has Ollie Wigan on the opposite wing. It's hard to fault any Rockdale player in this first half. Griffiths and Kunimoto have completely put to bed Diego Bonilla's threats. Has hardly done anything. German out wide to Gann. Kept in by Perez. But again, look at the hunger to get to that ball first. Van der Sarg was second best. Perchevsky demanding his team to play. And he's right, has every right to. They really haven't been at the races so far. And again, almost getting caught there. Mayo is spaced now. Should have driven into that area, really. Early ball out to Perez. Headed back out to Olsen. Drops it off for Hollingdale. Olsen. Perkovic wanted the ball delivered to the far post where Brendan Gann was. Griffiths. Bonilla almost took it into his stride. Chalakian back defending. A silly challenge from Bonilla. I actually think he's a little lucky to not get a yellow card there, Diego Bonilla. It was an unnecessary dive in. Five minutes left to go in this first half. Sent forward by the Rockdale keeper. Header one by Yanni Nicolau. Only as far as Cordier. Temulkovsky. Foul by Gann. Pushing the back of Cordier. Rockdale will like this. It breaks up play. Breaks up any potential momentum that Sutherland can build. Ball defended by Perez. Flicks it out for Hollingdale. Wants it back again. Perez gets past Griffiths. This could be a chance now. Cross comes in. Forced to Bonilla on the turn. Handball. You could see it straight away. They have had nothing, Sutherland, in this first half. And from their first well-worked attack, they earned themselves a penalty, which Nick Olsen will step up to take. It's a great run from Perez. Lovely link up with Hollingdale. And Bonilla on the turn. Sees his shot strike the hand of a Rockdale defender. And Tim Danaskos thought about it for a moment. Pointed to the spot. Now Nick Olsen has the chance to score his 9th of the campaign. Sutherland's top goal scorer is Nick Olsen. Interesting starting position of Tariq Maya on the edge of the area. Olsen steps up. And Olsen strikes it down the middle. Sutherland are level. Just before half time as well. After all that great Rockdale play, the visitors find an equaliser right at the death of the first period. How that changes the team talks at the break. Olsen puts away his 9th of the season. It's really quieting down things here at Ilinden Sports Centre too. Scottadis, head clear. Hollingdale puts his head there, and you feel as though Danaskos could have potentially played advantage there for Sutherland. Hollingdale had found some space. Soon find out how much time will be added on as well. Perez made the fine run to set up the chance for that penalty. Perez. For another handball. No whistle this time. Timulkovsky shows good feet. Jalakian got past 3, couldn't get past the 4th, but his persistence gets him the ball back. Look at Pachevsky running first in there. Jalakian won the ball first. Did catch the ankle of Hollingdale. He'll get a yellow card. I think that's just from Tim Danaskos. I don't think it's worthy of a red, to be fair. I do think a yellow is a little harsh. He did win the ball first. I think it was the lunge that earned Jalakian the yellow card, though. This is the first yellow card of the match, if I'm not mistaken. And it gives Sutherland perhaps the last chance of the first half. They've sent their cavalry forward in Amorongan, German and Pachevsky. Cross comes in from Olsen. Flat delivery. Headed away. Temulkovsky picks it up and streams forward now. Not much in support. He saw the runs. Coming late though. Here's Jalakian. Can he have the last say of the first half? Good defending. And that is the halftime whistle here at Ilinden Sports Centre. We are level in one of the biggest games of the round. Rockdale Ilinden took the lead through James Temulkovski. A lovely cross from Moody Najjar from the left, found Temulkovski in the area, who tapped home. Sutherland, who didn't have much at all in the first half, found an equaliser late in the first period. Handball in the box, and a penalty was awarded. Nick Olsen stepping up and slotting away. After the first 45 minutes, it's Rockdale Ilinden 1, Sutherland Sharks 1. We'll see you back in 15 minutes for the second half. It's hard, isn't it? Crowds were good in the first half. That first 15 minutes. The crowds got burnt away. Fuck.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through raffle ticks. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Cameron has a go, and Jesse Cameron finds the back of the net. Manages to keep it in, cuts it back. Jack Stewart, the man in form, back to Delhi. Now Rory Jordan, first time, Rory Jordan. Space still going, feeds in Lual, flag stays down, Lual! Our Lual! Jack Stewart delivers. Header flicked on, and it makes its way in. It's an own goal in the end. Repelled. In fact, it was Jesse Cameron's head, and Owen Lual puts the Wanderers back in front again. And Ortiz buries it in the bottom corner. Allen picked the right side. Presley Ortiz now. Still Ortiz. Looking for the space on the right. Ortiz finds the pass to Court, and Max Court. Yes, he can. He goes the same way, finds the same corner, gets his second of the game.
Roberts, and Finchy overlapping. He's so keen to do that. The delivery's not bad. It's led to the opening goal. Tapped in at the back post. 24-year-old Spirit winger Shoki Yoshida. Again causing problems. Top of the box is Armson. Delivers with his left foot. It's right on the money. And there's the equaliser for Riku Kobayashi. Thompson. Lopez plays it for Harb. He's the danger, and he's got the beating of Williams. The ball's brilliant, and UNSW have their lead back. Well, that's going to help them out. Spirit on very different pages, and Harb driving towards goal. Smith backpedaling. Harb! What a player this young lad is!
Drops it outside for a Fuka. Fuka has got Mayan Bunny in the box to Amat. Olsen coming short. Plays it now for Olsen. Olsen, can he release a shot? Olsen with the shot! That's a terrific low-driven shot from Nick Olsen. But it evades everybody in the box. But comes for Armanakis. Armanakis now dinks it in. Comes in low, flicked around, and it's coming off the post, and it's in there! They've got themselves the equaliser. Armanakis with the cross.
Dax Kelly and has shown his worth as well. That's a ball for Kianese, and that's a brilliant header. The opening goal comes the way of SD Raiders. Try and attack at, but Hernandez could change that now. Still going Hernandez, cross in for Masuvecchio, and it's an instant response from the Wolves. Yamamura, forwards for Madden. And here's Hernandez, straight through on goal. Sebastian Hernandez still going, goes round the keeper and scores. But that's given away, and now Kianese can play it on for Fernandez, and back to Kianese, lovely clipped in goal. Beautiful chip and a perfect start to this second half. Farah's ball in is a good one. Kianese has buried it, and he's got a hat-trick.
Now Kunamoto. Dropping a bit short, here's McCarthy, allowed to turn. Threading a through ball. Now, here's James Telmokovsky, and he scored, so Rockdale didn't take long. Here's Jaden Casella, and he sends Kate the wrong way. A quick equaliser for the host. A big cheer from the crowd. As Skatana swings it in, great pace on it, and there's a goal to put Rockdale back in front. How about the ball from Jerry Skatadis? Now, in-swinger, and the flick header is in, and it's another Rockdale goal. Set piece is doing the damage once again. They're 3-1 up with halftime nearly upon us. As Van der Sar and might stay in. Can Rockdale keep it alive? They do. It could be a chance, and surely now it's side-footed in by Jerry Skatadis, and it's 4-1 to Rockdale. Riberevsky also on the edge of the box. Decent corner, and headed away. Riberevsky, he swings the left boot, and it's in, and it's going to be Marchevsky, I think. Might turn into an attack, and Moody Najjar tends to make it 6, and that's what he has done.
On the feet of Travis Major now, who looks to get around the outside and inside of Mason Tatafu, and does just that. Whoa! Just like that! As the corner is swept in. Strike arriving from Mitch Malia, lurking at the back stick with real dangerous intent. But only succeeds in turning it over. Here's Travis Major. Kozewski is streaming forward into the area. He'll have a go as well. Oh! What a finish that is, Sasha Kozewski. Take a bow.
Good afternoon. Chop. Marcano joining in the attack. This is better from Sydney United. De Oliveira rides one challenge, finds Wells. Mason Wells opens the scoring for Sydney United. Brilliant drag back, and the finish was even better.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ilinden Sports Centre for the second 45 of this all-important NPL men's clash. We spoke about it pre-game. How much is on the line for these two sides? A spot in the Australian Championship, potentially. Still, of course, 5 rounds to go, but a spot in the Oz Championships on the national stage. Home semi-final, it puts them one step closer. At the moment, teams cannot be separated on the scoreboard. Rockdale did take the lead, a deserved first half lead, and were by far the better team in the first half. The late penalty, slotted away by Nick Olsen, meant that we went in at half-time at 1-1. And David Perkovic would have had a lot to say to his team at half-time. They didn't create much. Their midfield four was very dormant, to say the least, in the first period. They've coughed up possession now. Temulkovski gets his head up, looking for Wigan. Headed away, and now cleared by Jamie Perchevsky. Temulkovski scoring his second goal in 3 games for the home side. A neat finish after some fine work by Moody Najjar. Perchevsky back to Nicolau, who's under pressure from Moody Najjar. I think the interesting thing to see is what Rockdale do as the game goes on. With no Giorgio Speranza, there's no real replacement for Matthew Cordier unless Moody Najjar is to go back into a defensive position. And that will take away a lot of the attacking joy that Rockdale has had in the first 45 minutes. Olsen looking for Perez. Lockie Griffiths, as he has for most of the game, been excellent. Najjar getting back and doing some important defending for the home side. As the Sharks get the first corner of the second period. It'll be an in-swinger from Nick Olsen. Again, German, Perchevsky, von Amorongen, all forward. Brendan Gann, very good in the air as well. They go short. Nicolau, different angle. Headed away by Najjar. Asking for a handball again. Bonilla, some good feet. Diego Bonilla. Tyson Amorongen has his shot saved by Kay. And just as Perchevsky was to slot the ball home. Last ditch challenge. Means they need to settle for a corner. Good start to the second period for David Perkovic's team. Said they were missing a lot after that first half, but already looking much better. Cross comes in. Evades all. Wigan. Skotadis. No one there but Najjar working hard. Stepping high. The only one stepping high, almost closing down Nijic there. Chalakian with a touch and the ball for Najjar! Saved again by Nijic. Absolutely exquisite from Brendan Chalakian. That is why he has been one of the best 10s in this league over the last 5 to 10 years. The touch, the awareness to turn and play that. Unbelievable. Najjar comes in late this time. And Riley Hollingdale has been on the end of a couple of those. But how about that ball from Brendan Chalakian? If there was an award for the assist of the season, that one would not be too far away for going into the hands of Chalakian, of course, had Moody Najjar scored. I'm sure he'll get a talking to as well. Moody Najjar from Chalakian for not putting that away. As Rockdale win the ball back in the middle of the park again. Pachevsky working hard. Olsen just playing the ball wide for Nicolau. Again wants it played forward. That's where it goes. Cuts it back. Olsen arriving. Olsen buries it bottom corner. Some finish from Nick Olsen. Arriving late to the scene on the half volley. Levi K no chance of keeping that one out. And Sutherland have turned it around at Ilinden Sports Centre. Some delivery from Brendan Gann, the veteran as well, to find Olsen. What a goal from the visitors after being dominated for the majority of the first half. Have come out firing in the second. And now lead here. What a start. 6 minutes into the second half. Sutherland now lead. Now Rockdale have it all to do. Have to do the kickoff again. Moody Najjar had crossed over halfway. And this will frustrate Rockdale now. Nick Olsen with his second of the game. Cleared forward by Von Amarongen. Strong header from Van der Sarg. Now Najjar. Been arguably Rockdale's best so far in this game. Like coming together there, you could hear that between Bonilla and Kunimoto. As Najjar pops up with the ball, drives into the box. Najjar cuts it back, cleared by Pachevsky, who celebrates that like he scored. Cordier. Caught by Gann, and Gann will go to the book now. Perkovic adamant there was no contact there. Nonetheless, it was a little dangerous, to be fair, from Brendan Gann. Free kick now to the home team as the benches start to settle. Bit of excitement on this side of the sideline. Only Hunter Elliott staying back. Chalakian drives this one in. First header won by Griffith, second by Perchevsky. Cordier, heavy touch, lets him down. Olsen plays it forward. Hollingdale can't release Perez. A good counter opportunity for the Sharks. Just a throw for the Sharks. Skatadis was flying in there. Another long throw. German, von Amarongen. And Pacheski go forward. Could call them the Three Sisters. Towering in the box. Von Amarongen flicks it on, but goes out for a goal kick. Here's Kunimoto. Najjar wanted that played early. He had the space. Sutherland still hadn't returned defensively. That opportunity passes. Good response though from Rockdale after conceding that second goal. Cordier gets past Gann. Cordier gets his head up, delivers toward the far post, and Ollie Wigan tried his hardest to get there. Was never going to reach it in the end. But a nice delivery from Cordier. Vedran Jaganyar's looking at the clock to see how much time remains. They've got a lot of it. 35 minutes still to go. On the bench for Rockdale, Lockie Constable, Dean Pelicano, Stefan Simonovski, Michael Marcescu, Harry McCarthy, Lucas Rybarevski, and Ronan Mulgrew. Foul against Perchevsky. Honchalakian, free kick for the home side again. Sutherland have Lockie McDonald, Danny Choi, Samuel Smith, Richard Shueki, John Fioresi, Ty McGowan, and Lucas Webber. All available. Should Perkovic opt to go to the bench? Looks as though Danny Choi will be the first one to come on. Chalakian or Najjar. Which one will it be? It'll be Chalakian. Najjar steps over and away of the ball. Kunimoto, I feel the most dangerous player, has some serious hang time. Chalakian delivers. I was going toward Kunimoto, but German put his body in the right place. Skotadis goes down under the challenge from Bonilla. A silly foul frustrates Perkovic. The pressure continues. Chalakian again. Najjar goes inside the area toward the far post, and a wasted opportunity for the home team. A good area, not taken advantage of. And Sutherland will take their time here, try and break down play. Break down the momentum of the home team. Ten goals for the season now for Nick Olsen, last year's player of the year. Finding form at the right time for Perkovic's team. Lovely strike to put Sutherland in front just after the break. Nicolau and Najjar come together. No foul, no whistle. Rockdale move forward. Temulkovsky through the legs for Najjar on the turn. Good block from Hollingdale. Cleared by Pachevsky, who's told to get up. Good decision from Danaskos. Skotadis cleared away. Good defending from Sutherland. Hollingdale has Gann in support. Taken out late. Gets the free kick. And Pachevsky will get a yellow card, I think, for diving. Him and Najjar having a proper go at each other. Just a talking to for Pachevsky. Najjar not happy. Nizic and Najjar and Chalakian all having words now. There's so much on the line in this game. The tension is real. This is what it's all about. As we come to the pointy end of the season. Olsen driving forward. Out to Gann. Cross is disappointing this time. Couldn't repeat the heroics after the 51st minute. That one to forget for Brendan Gann. They forced a mistake there with their press. Do the visitors. Najjar still going at it with Pachevsky and Nizic. Just needs to focus on the game. 4D team really needs him. He's had a very good game up until this point. Doesn't want to lose his head now. Here's Olsen on a hat-trick. Kunimoto read that well. Such a solid defender is Rio Kunimoto. Also signed late, but before round one. Been an excellent addition for Paul D's team at the back. Very strong in the air, a very intelligent defender. Pachevsky clears forward. Bounces through to Kate, who now releases Hunter Elliott. That one rolls out of play, and the free-flowing Rockdale we saw in the first half. Very much off the mark at the moment. That's why Paul D's calling to his bench. He'll be making a couple substitutions soon, at least one. Pachevsky bounces away. Sutherland will take the throw. Griffiths leads it forward. Temulkovsky gets the wrong side of Pachevsky. Tried to feed the ball through for Najjar. Skotadis gets it out to Temulkovsky, who just manages to keep it in. Skotadis wants it back, goes to Van der Sag instead. Cross toward Najjar. Head punch clear, I should say, from Nizic. Oh, touch from Olsen. For Gann. Kunimoto missed the ball. And Kunimoto's lucky not to get a yellow. Just slightly mistimed that. Gann, you just needed to get a touch on the ball. Wasn't much more he could do with that, but win the free kick, and he did exactly what he had to. Wolf again, back in the box again. Bonilla drops it for Hollingdale. Bonilla, wide to Perez. Cross comes in, headed away by Griffiths. Double sub coming up for the home team. Perchevsky gets it back from Nicolau, but loses out. They've got the ball again though, Sutherland. A bit of extra pressure now on the home side. Von Omerongen calmly plays it out to Nicolau. Perez will be on side here. Cross comes back in. Bonilla! Saved by Kay. Straight at the Rockdale keeper. Either side of him, it could have been 3-1. Pressing high now, the Sharks. And Shalakian does very well there, but Temukovsky can't find Skotadis. And Olsen has a go from distance. Wide of the target. Here come those changes now. James Temukovsky is coming off. Some heavy strapping to the left hamstring. Lockie Constable on to replace him, and does not look good for Temukovsky. He hobbles off. They'll need him for the remaining weeks of the season, no doubt. Harry McCarthy on as well, in place of Ollie Wigan. How about that for a ball from Van der Sarg? McCarthy. Elliott on the weak foot, pulls it wide. Always going to be a difficult attempt for Hunter Elliott. And just about halfway through the second half, Sutherland lead. All this after Rockdale, complete control in the first half, had the lead, conceded late in the first half, early in the second. Nick Olsen doing the trick. Constable can't control that. Griffiths clears forward. McCarthy can't find Najjar, who's now moved into Temukovsky's number 9 role. Griffiths clears away again. Olsen plays it back in that danger area. Kunimoto heads it. Bonilla went down. Levi K hasn't seen Gann. Just gets it out in time. Olsen. This is where they need the experience of German and place von Omerongen, Brendan Gann to drive this one home. Nicolau now. Nicolau got caught in two minds. Skotadis. Foul by Tariq Meyer. Ball still rolling when Skotadis try to take it quickly. He just keeps frustrating the home team. Here's Cordier. McCarthy into the feet of Najjar. Chalakian wanted it back. Goes back out to McCarthy. Cordy overlaps, he ignores him. Kunimoto, Skotadis, Van der Sar. Under pressure here, Rockdale. Van der Sar can't get the ball out, but wins the free kick. Can't quite see who's down at the moment. Tarek May, I think it is. Claiming he was elbowed in the face. Wasn't much in that. Cross comes in. Nizic comes and claims. Oh, Riley Hollingdale had sped away there. He's still all alone. Nizic sees him now. Might go straight through to Levi Kay, or an assist for Nizic. Kay comes and collects. Cordier forward for McCarthy, who is offside. Damascus warning Nizic. Sent forward now. Header won by Kunimoto. Only as far as Olsen though. Nicolau picks it up and tried to play it first time through. Here he is again. Gets the ball back. On Amorongen. Hollingdale, who's been in the wars this afternoon. Bonilla does well to hold the ball up. And Nicolau's offside. Almost the perfect opportunity for the Sharks. Skotadis. Nicolau tried to get back in position, tried to foul Skotadis to slow things up. Constable. Can he be the spark? Griffiths. Ball pass there from Van der Sar. Hasn't given away too much possession this afternoon. This is where they need him to step up. Chalakian. Not many ideas now for Rockdale. They need to get Chalakian with the ball in more advanced pockets of the field. But he also needs runners. McCarthy and Constable are key in that. That was a interesting kick there from Daniel Nizic, from almost providing an assist moments earlier. It's really not connecting well with that one at all. Najar using his body well. Good defending from Perchevsky. And Najar may get there before Perchevsky. He does. He's in the area. But Jamie Perchevsky again gets back, makes the challenge. It doesn't matter because there'll be no corner to defend. Najar was offside. Perchevsky once more letting the Rockdale attack know they will not get past easy this afternoon. Every single challenge won. Perchevsky celebrates as though he scored. This one means a lot to him. Had a brace in the first game these two clashed in. Sutherland winning on that occasion by 3-1. They lead here again, 2-1. Again. Foul by Chalakian, I think. Free kick to Sutherland. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes for Rockdale to get themselves back level. The race home, the final 5 games. Whoever is to win this, if there is to be a winner, will have destiny in their own hands for the last 5 games. Cross comes in. Headed down by Van Amerongen. Nicolau back in the area. German showing some tidy feet. Crossing in. Gang gets up so well. Saved by Kay. Can leap. Brendan Gann didn't get the power he needed though. Paul D going to the bench again soon. As Cordier delivers toward the far post. Acrobatics there from Chalakian, but not what Rockdale needs. Here is Dean Pelikanos and Stefan Simonovsky to come on. Cordier replaced by Simonovsky, young left back, very talented. Started to find himself in the Rockdale first team this season. It's Brendan Chalakian to come off. Dean Pelikanos comes on. Returning after injury. Jerry Skotadis will push into the role that was occupied by Chalakian. Olsen driving through the gap. Still Nick Olsen. Out to Perez. Lockie Constable back defending now. That one already crossed the line. Throw in for the home team on the far side. Griffiths. Kunimoto. Forward pass for McCarthy. Some ball that is. McCarthy now, 1-on-1. Delivers into the area. Cleared by Perchevsky again. Griffiths. Out wide to Pelikanos. Can he be the one to unlock this Sutherland defence? Has been quite stubborn in the second half. Haven't given Rockdale any real opportunities. Blocked by Perez. Look, the foul throw on the far side. Last touch of Hunter Elliott. Throw into the Sutherland Sharks. Olsen puts his body on the line, wins the ball. Gann releases Nicolau. Olsen runs on, and great challenge from Kunimoto. Olsen was just about in. Von Amerongen for Olsen. Now Nicolau, no options in the area. Forced to go back. Here's Gann. And after being dominated in the first half, it's the midfield that stepped up for Sutherland in the second period. That was the difference. A real game of two halves. Perez still somehow has possession and gets the foul to go his way in the end. Let's have a look at those last 5 games for these two sides. The Sharks face the out-of-form Wolves next week at Seymour Shaw. Blockbuster, that one. I expect a Another full house. They're at home again then against Sydney FC. And they're on the road to the Marconi Stallions. We'll get to the rest in a moment. Free kick delivered. Brachevsky was there, but Griffiths got there first. Bonilla on the edge of the area. Showed his quality moments earlier with his quick feet. No foul. Gets back to his feet quickly though. Wins the throw. They're away to the Stallions on the 16th of August. Before they finish off their campaign with 2 home games against St. George FA and the SD Raiders on the final day of the season. 4 out of 5 games at Seymour Shaw. They have to be the favourites to finish in 4th spot if they can hold on to the win here. Headed away by Griffiths. Perez, quick delivery. Perchevsky challenging, but Kay comfortable. That'll be a yellow card for Gann. He'll go here. That is so poor from Brendan Gann. The most experienced player on the park has seen red here. That'll be so disappointing, not just for David Perkovich, but I know that when Brendan Gann looks back, he'll be disappointed at himself. Not something you'd expect from a player of his calibre and understanding of the game. Just as Perkovich was going to make a change as well, I think Choi was coming on for Tariq Mayer. Really changes things now. What does the Sutherland coach do now? Down to 10. With just under 10 minutes to go. Rockdale have a lifeline here. Can they get themselves back in the game? Constable turns away from Bonilla. Van der Sarg. Some more to McCarthy. Simonovsky's touch is heavy and then runs into McCarthy for good measure. Cleared back. McCarthy. Skotadis. Tice from Omorongan too strong. Kunimoto doesn't want it to go out. Wants to keep playing, kick the ball in. That's what Rockdale need. They need to play the ball quicker. They need to create spaces now. That's a good ball from Simonovsky and Constable. Couldn't get anything on that. Well, got something on it, but not enough to test Daniel Nizic. Good first time delivery from Simonovsky. You expect the left and right backs to really be advanced now in the final moments of this one. Kunimoto heads away. Nicolau gets up high. Kunimoto blocks the ball and almost turns into a good pass for Najar that Von Amorongan has to deal with. Push in the back there from Skotadis. It'll be interesting to see what or if Perkovich is to do anything after this red card. As I said, Choi was ready to come on, but more of an attacking option as he refreshed the front line. Bonilla looks very good at the moment. Here's Rocky Griffiths. McCarthy comes centrally to pick the ball up. Pecheski has to deal with that. He does. McCarthy again. Out to Stefan Simonovsky. Gets his head up, delivers a good ball. Headed again by who else but Jamie Perchevsky. And now the first one to drive his team up the field as well. Doesn't want them sitting back, not at this stage of the game. Despite being down to 10, they can't drop deeper. Griffiths. Square to Kunimoto. Rockdale will make their final change. Sutherland will make their first as Simonoski this time. Can't whip his foot around the ball. It's Lucas Ibarevski to come on. Hunter Elliott's off. We expect Rockdale to go to a back three now. Richard Shueki comes on for Tariq Maya. Shueki, a real runner. They need the energy now. And this time that remains. Perchevsky again, first to it. This is why Shueki's on. Straight away across to close down Ibarevski. Good challenge from Hollingdale and Thijs van Hamerogen. Bonilla gets past Kunimoto, who's on a yellow as well. In fact, he's not on a yellow. He perhaps should have been earlier on. And probably a little lucky he didn't see yellow earlier on in the game. Rockdale still all 11 on the park. But more of an opportunity for Sutherland to waste some more time. Here's Olsen. Oh, that's a interesting pass. Picked up by Yanni Nicolau, who's been full of running in this game. As has Perez. In their positions in this back three, they need to work extra hard, both in attack and defence, and that's why David Perkovic insisted on them to joining the Sharks. Simonoski. Gets it back. McCarthy. Still Harry McCarthy. Skotadis loses out to Perchevsky. Clearance anywhere will do for Richard Shueki. Back to Diego Bonilla. Simonovsky will take the throw. It'll be a long one. Long throw to say the least. Wow. Kunimoto got up. Simonovsky heads it back in play. Riley Hollingdale. Kunimoto clears away under the pressure of Bonilla. Perez. Still Jordi Perez driving forward. Still Perez goes. Stopped by Lockie Griffiths now. Najar against Perchevsky. Again, Jamie Perchevsky. He wants the throw. He could have cleared that ball. Could that come back to haunt the Sharks? Hard work from Nick Olsen as well, though. They've got to dig deep here, Sutherland. They want to be on the national stage. When the going gets tough, they got to step it up. And for the moment, they are doing so. as we enter the 90th minute of the game. 5 minutes of additional time will be added here. A minimum of 5, of course. Enough time for Rockdale to grab a goal. Skotadis. Still Skotadis. Hollingdale makes the challenge, but Skotadis manages to keep the ball. Wants the foul, wants the corner, gets neither. Goal kick for the visitors. And Sutherland are 5 minutes away from one of the biggest wins in the last few years of this football club. They've struggled. Been at the wrong end of the table fighting to stay in the NPL top tier. Massive changes at the club in the off-season. Ambitions have changed. They want to be one of the leading NPL clubs in the country. This will go a long way toward that if they can finish 4th and secure that Oz Championship spot. And perhaps give the NPL finals a good run for their money too. But still, they've got to defend here for another 4 minutes. Here's Simonoski. Can Rockdale spoil the plans? Good turn in from Simonoski. Left for McCarthy. Van der Sar blocked by Jamie Perchevsky again. Once more. The linchpin at the back for Sutherland. Making the challenge. Ensuring Rockdale are kept at bay. Nicolau gets there first. Perkovic will make some more changes. Changes to eat away at the clock. We've seen Simonoski's capability from a throw-in already. Kunimoto a target. Nizic thought of coming, stayed back, forced to Pelikanos! Saved by Daniel Nizic. A dramatic save from the Sharks keeper. Pelikanos connected just as he would have liked. But Nizic saw it late, tipped it over the bar. The Sharks stay ahead. Time is of the essence now for Rockdale. Najjar to deliver the corner. Cross comes in. Kunimoto drops for Constable. Back in the box. Headed by Simonoski. Forced to Skotadis. Last touch off Shueki. Another corner. They need to be disciplined here, the Sharks. Last opportunities for Rockdale. Headers there. Back across goal. Simonoski. Somehow Sutherland survive and now they counter. Olsen wants to play forward. Shueki drives on his own. Still Richard Shueki to finish it. Shueki gets it all wrong. All wrong, Richard Shueki. Had to do better in the end. Rockdale now throwing everything the other way. Shueki gets it back. What drama here at Ilinden Sports Centre. No foul. 90 seconds to go. Can Rockdale find an equaliser? Will Sutherland hold out? Here's McCarthy. Simonoski to deliver, blocked by Nicolau. 60 seconds remaining. What a dramatic finish here. Time McGowan and Lachlan McDonald waiting to come on. The corner comes in. Headed away by Perchevsky. Constable still has it there. And Olsen's there. Levi K's well off his line. Jordi Perez now to seal it. 3-on-1. Perez has Olsen to his left. Olsen for the hat-trick. And the win. Sutherland make it 3-1. What a finish here at Ilinden Sports Centre. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. That is the end of the football season at its finest. Nick Olsen records a hat-trick. He'll be taking the match ball home. And Sutherland take a massive leap towards the Australian Championship. What a way to finish the game. The determination. 3 Sutherland players in the box. All begging to find the final goal. As the final whistle sounds. What a game of football. This is why we love this game. So many highs, so many lows for both teams. In the end, the Sharks celebrate all 3 points. They defeat Rockdale Ilinden by 3-1 at Ilinden Sports Centre. It was the first half of dreams for Port D's men. They started so well. They played some great football. They deservedly led through James Temulkovsky. But late in the first half, the penalty that changed the game completely. A handball in the box after Diego Bonilla's shot was dispatched by Nick Olsen. Olsen scored his nicest of the bunch when he put Sutherland ahead 6 minutes after the restart. A lovely half volley after a ball from Brendan Gann. The Sharks were in trouble when Gann saw red with 10 to go. But they dug deep, they fought hard. Jamie Perchevsky, an absolute mountain at the back. They're digging deep, led them to their 3rd goal. Olsen rounding off his hat-trick. Full time here at Ilinden Sports Centre. It's Rockdale Ilinden 1, Sutherland Sharks 3.